Okay, this is the Shinko. I pronounced it wrong last time. Cheater tire, 1 month review for me. Got about 60 miles on it now. You can see the knobbies are, still plenty of tread. They're rounding a little bit. I don't think I got really any crazy tears. There's a few spots. Probably not gonna be able to find them right now. Like there. A little gouge for some rocks. Great in the dry stuff. On the wet rocks and roots and stuff, it's not amazing. I can get through everything. I rode some guys that ride some real heavy single track here in New Jersey through rock gardens and everything else, and I got through everything, but they all swear by the Trials tires, and I checked out their tires and I'm seeing why. Like, this is very soft. I could squeeze these knobbies and turn them, but it's not physically sticky. I got a Trials tire here. This is a Dunlap D803. Now, the difference in this is you can feel it like wants to grab your fingers when you touch it. The rubber is physically sticky, and I imagine it's going to get stickier, or I know it's going to get stickier because theirs were, when it rubs the top layer off. So that's probably going to grip better in the wet. I've never ran a full Trials tire. I've been trying all these hybrids, and they work good. I like the Kenda Equilibrium also. That was pretty good, but not that great in the soft stuff. This tire has been my favorite hybrid so far. I had a Moto Z on my 450. That was pretty good, but I like this one better, I think, than the Moto Z, just because it's softer. It seems to grab better, and it's a little bit better in the wet stuff. The Moto Z was real slick, I felt, in the wet stuff. Suspension stuff I did on this Beta Xtrainer, my 2016. I forgot in the last video, this is a lower seat. There were some people asking. And on this bigger tank, you used to have the overflow tube used to go into the frame. It's actually underneath here, the little hole it goes into. They give you a tube that's not long enough to go down, and as you can see, I connected another one here, and I ran it down under to the bottom of the skid plate for the dump. Because otherwise, if it was, you just had it strapped to where it stops here, look what's right underneath it. Oh, the hot exhaust. Not so good. So I did the springs for 210 pounds on this bike. I weigh about 150. The stock was too springy. It was bouncing me off the trail. Trying to take turns heavy, get fork dive, and you only have to do the right side right there where it says spring. That's the only one you gotta do the spring, and I suggest getting the spring removal tool. I did, because that was in there pretty tight, and I don't know if I would have got it out unless I was a pro machinist, to loosen that up. I did the rear as well. The stock one is white. This is the 210 pound spring. I think stock's like for 165 or 175 pounds. This is the 210 pound. It's black, and there is a compression adjustment on the shock here. I'm sure if you have the bike, and then the rebounds on the bottom there, right there, that screw. So there's a little more adjustment in the rear, but I did the rear anyway, and man, she feels good now. I got 15 weight oil in the forks, and with the heavier springs, she's awesome now. Hop in groups of rocks, and I can move pretty good now and not get a ton of fork dive. They're still a little springy because it's still meant for an Xtrainer, so they're a little bit springy, but it's way better than the stock setup was. I think that's about it from everything that I left out on the last review. But yeah, the Shinko cheater tire. It's my favorite hybrid so far, but still not as good as a Trials tire on wet rocks. So I'm gonna try that D803 right there next. I don't know if I'm gonna wait till this wears out, or I'm just gonna put it on. We'll see. Depends on who I start riding with a lot and the stuff we're riding. But yeah, I'm still loving my Beta Xtrainer. Probably buy another one once I beat the crap out of this one. But yeah, I hope that's helpful for you guys. I didn't see a lot of reviews on the Shinko, so it's amazing in dry stuff. not the best in wet, so we'll see how the trials does. Thanks.